sister Barbara, and I knew we were loved.
Say hi, Jenna.
Our parents were our first loves and also our greatest role models. Our new children's book, I Loved You First, is a small token of gratitude. And it begins on page 1.
For our parents who taught us how to love, and for our children who showed us how much we could.
Oh, that's very sweet. And Daddy and I did love you first.
Oh, sad. We're already crying? Now you see where I get it from.
That's happy.
It's happy tears.
We were so thrilled to get two of you at once. Especially, I thought, because since I was an only child, that for you to have each other.
But sometimes we were wild.
Well, you were always wild. You were the wildest.
What?
Say hi, Daddy. Hi,
What do you feel like having twins taught you about yourself?
taught me to be very patient. Were you great? Not really.
No, we only got arrested twice.
That was you. And I think, was your dad president?
Unfortunately, I think he was.
Yeah.
You guys gave us, which is a really great gift, it's the freedom to make mistakes.
Yeah. We didn't expect y'all to be perfect.
1984. I go eat candy.
That unconditional love is the inspiration behind our book. It celebrates the loving moments between parents and their kids, and the magic in seeing the wonders of the world through children's eyes.
We'll make shapes out of the fluffy clouds, sheep, cupcakes, stars.
We feel like if we put our phones down and see the world through our kids' eyes, it's magnificent. Together, we will gaze at the glimmering sky, counting the constellations, counting our blessings. Another thing we'll forever be grateful for is that our parents instilled in us a lifelong love of reading.
I have so many memories being cuddled in bed with you and Dad reading, and then on the weekends, Jenna and I would come climb in bed with you in the morning, and y'all would be reading the newspaper, and we would bring books.
I loved books, and I loved being read to, and loved reading. That I made my whole career out of it.
Librarians all the time, and authors and readers will say, your mom has been the most influential first lady.
You gave your love of reading to so many other people.
Hope so.
Mom, what do you hope your legacy with reading? I mean, you started all those
I
festivals.
started the Texas Book Festival and the National Book Festival, and they both still go on.
Yeah.
So that's, I'm proud of that. I think that's great.
Some of the tiniest readers our mom has inspired do not know her yet as a librarian or even as First Lady. They simply know her as Grammy.
You wrote this book, and it's very much, it's such an homage. You even have a shot of the Grand Canyon
Yes.
in the book, an illustration.
Yeah, it's all about, we didn't really mean for this to happen, but about how if we open our eyes and see the world through our kids' eyes, how magical it can be. We can all think about, even walking down the street in New York and your kids point something out. And I feel like sometimes we're too either rushed or looking down, and we should be looking up because the world is beautiful.
Yeah,
exactly.
By the way, I was just thumbing through the book. The illustrations are beautiful.
Yes.
And you've accurately represented all swaths of America. Like everyone can see themselves in that book. I enjoyed hearing your mom talk about being a grandparent now. For the two of you, what's it been like seeing your parents as grandparents?
It's one of the coolest things, I think, getting to know both of you and then learning more about how you grew up. I think some people might have assumed, oh my gosh, you were the daughter and granddaughter of presidents. You must have always had to be perfect. And your parents, especially when you were teenagers, especially when your father was in the White House, it was like, just you be you. Even when you got in trouble, just be yourself.
Yeah. We didn't feel any pressure to be anything but us, which is such a great gift, especially when you're that age. And I feel like even now, we unknowingly put pressure on our teens in this country by saying, don't post that, it will ruin your life, or don't do that, it will ruin your life. We're like, actually, you have to make mistakes to grow. And we were on the cover of People magazine.
Your mug shots?
That said, no, they did that again.
No, really?
Oh, we really were.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah.
What's it been like working with your sister? Not just on the book, but we saw you co-hosting.
Well, yes, I co-hosted yesterday. It's been so fun. I love getting her to
She
see
said-
her in her element.
Last time, I'm never doing this again.
And now I'm doing it 2 days in a row.
That's awesome. Well,
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
it's a beautiful book. Thank you so much. They've got more of that conversation in their fourth hour today. Barbara is back as co-host. Congrats. I Loved You First is out today, and you can find it at today.com/books.